Clutch care, Boise State. Dawson Knox, Ole Miss. Deion Dawkins, you already Snow University. David Edwards, Wisconsin.
All right, we have another snow game. Did it snow at New England today for that Colts game? That was quite a blizzard between the Browns and the Steelers. All right, 49ers stop them good, stop the run. Good momentum to begin the game for San Francisco. Stop them right there. First down stop. So good stuff right there to begin the game if you're the 49ers.
Grew up in Fireball, California, 125 miles away from San Francisco. As a kid, what's candlestick for a bunch of guys? This atmosphere, you see the team you rooted for on the other side. James from inside for a yard, maybe two.
Yeah, what's up with the play calling? Two runs up the middle, third and long. What's up with that? But there wasn't any surprises in the NFC West. You figure the Rams would stay in competition. You figure the Cardinals would lose against the Vikings. That was a game that was actually really tight there. The Cardinals had a chance to win, but it was never going to happen because, again, the Cardinals have to play from behind. They have to beat Seattle at home. They got to beat the Patriots, and they have to beat the Panthers. But even when they do beat Seattle and beat the Patriots and beat the Panthers, they still have the Rams breathing down their necks. Seattle is still a pretender. They have to play some tough teams coming up. They don't play Buffalo. They don't play. Who's the tough team that Seattle has to play? It's like the Cardinals have the easy schedule here. Oh, the Packers. You have to play the Packers. Yeah, well, especially if the Packers lose against the Lions. That game against the Packers is not going to be easy for Seattle. And the Seahawks have to play the Vikings, too. They have to play the Vikings.
Oh, this is a proud franchise. It really is. And Fred Warner had heard a little bit too much.
Seattle falls to 4-1 away, 4-2 away against the Cardinals. It's Glendale, Arizona, and abbreviations. That's Gamache 42. And this is a good method to decipher for the rest of the games, too. Just Lions should improve to 6-1 at home. It's Detroit Lions. That's Gamache 61. Lions are going to be invincible. The Lions improved to 6-1 at home with a win over the Green Bay Packers. The Vikings, VI is 6 in Roman numerals. When we talk about the 6 Kings, Kirk Cousins against the Vikings. This could be a very interesting game. Now we're talking about must win for the Falcons, having lost 3 straight games. Are the Falcons going to choke again? Let's take a look at that division. The Falcons beat the Bucs, so even if the Falcons are a game back of the Bucs, it doesn't matter because if the Falcons beat the Bucs again, then that's a head-to-head tiebreaker. So with that being said, it doesn't eliminate the Falcons. They still control their own destiny, even after losing against Minnesota. If the Packers lose against the Lions, then you know Minnesota's got to win. So the Falcons continue to struggle. Minnesota is going to beat the Falcons. I like Kirk Cousins, but from a scripting perspective, I feel Baker's not going to win the division. I don't know why. Beat the Lions in week 2. Have tough losses against the Niners and the Chiefs, but you still don't win the division. So I do like Vikings to beat the Falcons. Atlanta can fall to 3-3 away I think it's Sam. That's Camacho 33. So Vikings continue to win. They have a winning formula. You figure that one team still has to keep the NFC North interesting. That one team is going to be the Vikings. And the Bucks are going to beat the Raiders. No surprises. The Raiders are terrible. The Las Vegas Raiders is 76, and Tampa will be 7-6 for the season. And plus Todd Bowles too. I think it's Bowles that's Camacho 76. So no surprises there. That's not an upset. It doesn't matter if Carolina played them very tightly. You have Baker Mayfield. You have the Raiders without a quarterback. Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! And the line of season. Otherwise, you guys suck. You're not winning any Super Bowl this year, Buffalo, if you don't take care of business against a team that looks so awful that they had no answers on defense. Josh Allen, do you want to be MVP? Do you want to continue to pursue the number one seed in the AFC? Because I have Jim Harbaugh and company getting the win over the Chiefs. I still like the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, but they're just not beating Jim Harbaugh's guys. Arrowhead, I think, is 94, if my memory serves me correct. Is it 93 or is it 94? Let me double check. But Fraud TURDY's not going to throw the ball well. Their only chance is to run the ball well tonight. Fraud TURDY's born in Arizona. The turd cannot handle the weather. He's from Arizona. He cannot handle snow. He may handle rain, but he's not going to handle snow. If Kansas City loses, Kansas City could actually fall to 6-1 at home. Now, what's 6-1? Well, 6-1 is the Comanche of Louisiana in reverse. So I just think that the following week has to be very interesting, where the Bills are the number one seed. Should the Chiefs lose 2 games, and should the Bills win tonight, and should they win next week? I forgot who they play, if they play the Rams or something like that. But I got the Bills winning tonight. I have them winning next week, and the Bills will be the number one seed after the Chiefs lose against the Chargers, but the Bills lose against the Lions, and this means that the Chiefs are, guess what, back to being the number one seed. I think that's how the script is going to go as far as the battle for the number one seed goes. But Jim Harbaugh's defense is for real. Jim Harbaugh is a quarterback guru. Jim Harbaugh's the real deal. He's a winner everywhere he goes. There's no rival in that division. The Chargers have to be a rival. I told you the fraud wouldn't complete the pass. Look at TURDY do that. 4th down. He's the next Tom Brady. Well, Tom Brady can play in snow. He can play in cold weather. Not fraud, Buck the fraud. Fraud TURDY. He had him right there. He underthrew him. He can't handle the cold weather. Now you have to settle for a field goal against, the number one offense is the Lions, right? But the Bills are still, they're the best offense in the AFC. This is the end of the fraud season. And Kansas City is going to fall to 11-2. And the Super Bowl championship will begin against Cleveland. And they're not going to lose a game the rest of the way after they beat the Cleveland Clowns. The Chargers can improve to 5-2 away from home. Home and aways the Kansas City Chiefs in abbreviations is Gamacho 52. So the Chargers can improve the 5-2 away. Why not? Jim Harbaugh's for real. I think the Chargers could actually win every game the rest of the regular season should they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chargers close against the Raiders and they travel to New England on December 29th, but they get the Broncos at home. The Chargers are a lock to beat the Broncos. I just think that the Broncos have to lose, keep things interested, but then the AFC wildcard's kind of weird this year where Miami and Cincinnati lose, so it's like the Denver Donkeys, number 7 Denver against number 2 Kansas City. I guess you can say never, but I don't know where the Josh Allen numbers are for a potential Broncos Bills matchup, but that could be interesting because I think the Broncos beat the Bills on Monday Night Football last November. Say, hey, Broncos Bills, I think would still be pretty interesting. Yeah, Cardinals Seahawks divisional game. That's going to be a very interesting game, obviously. I don't think any surprises for that Packer Lion game. Steelers are going to win to keep up with the Ravens. Oh, Ravens are a game and a half back. Yeah, Steelers. I think Steelers is 103. Well, the Ravens are going to definitely beat the Steelers. The Steelers could still lose against Kansas City. Baltimore has to go on a winning streak. The Steelers could still lose this division. They just both. I think Baltimore. Did they lose against Cleveland? Yeah, but both Ravens and Steelers lost against Cleveland. Maybe it could come down to Bengals Steelers. Maybe Bengals play spoiler the last game of the season. I don't know. That's just something to think about.
Here's the San Francisco defense.
Leonard Floyd, Dodge County High School. Louis Collins, Pratt, Evan Anderson, Jones High School, Samuel Kawhi, the University of Maryland. G winners. TCU's Fred Warner, BYU, Devontae Campbell, Minnesota, Sean Aries, Money Man Award, Macomb, Mississippi, Jared Brown, Penn State, Madison, Stockton, Wake Forest, Ronaldo Green, Florida State.
A lot of injuries on this side of the ball. In the short term and the long term. All those names are just
Hey, so yeah, Nick sent his share of rent, and I understand if you have a slight delay in being able to pay yours. I was just wondering if possible you could reach out to Nick and just.
Yeah, it's a slight delay, but my phone is broken right now. It's still at a repair shop.
So interesting to watch Josh Allen play, isn't it? I mean, he was so good against the Kansas City Chiefs, that miraculous run to win it at the end of that football game. And for all of his greatness, he doesn't have that shiny object yet, right? He doesn't have the Super Bowl.
Should I text Tony, or excuse me, Nick on your behalf and say like?
Yeah, I'm just not able to use Cash App Zelle without my phone. I don't get it back till Wednesday.
Okay, I'll send a message to Nick.
Like Wednesday, Thursday.
Let him know on your behalf if he could send you a share, and then that you'll get it back on Wednesday, Thursday.
Once I get my phone back.
Yeah,
Thursday. Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
You know, we're already beginning to see a little bit of tippy-toeing going on out there. This is not full-speed football right now. And that time it helped Bernardo Green coming all the way across the field. The rookie out of Florida State, I think, has been sensational for the 49ers. So,
all right, 39, Josh Allen.
Back there, nice play by Green.
3 out on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 9 now for Buffalo. There's another slip in motion by Curtis Samuel. Still time for Allen. High for Shakira flag.
Yeah, flag. That's right. It's on you, 41. It's on you. First down, first down, first down, first down. Move the chains, move the chains.
Conversation here with the crew. While the quarterback had the ball in the pocket, illegal contact.
Oh, illegal contact. Okay. So yeah, Ravens are not going to lose against Giants. The Ravens going to win that one. You don't need any numbers for that Raven game, you wrote. I think Titans lost big. I mean, I don't know what's happening to Trevor Lawrence if he's coming back next week, but if Trevor Lawrence plays, I'll go Jags if a concussion doesn't keep him out. I think the Jets' season of misery is going to continue. Dolphins is Camacho 43. Miami can be 4-3 at home with a win over the Jets. Another loss for the Jets. Aaron's Camacho 49. Should they win, they'd be 4-9, but I am not seeing it. I think the Dolphins can beat the 49ers. I think the Texans are worse than the Dolphins. So the Dolphins are capable of putting together a winning streak to kind of just stay alive in the playoff race if the Broncos slip up against the Chargers and the Chiefs, because they got to play those teams again. I don't know. Is Denver play another tough team? I like Miami. If Cincinnati's season is over, Miami's got to be the team that's got to start winning games from this point on. Beginning against the Jets.
John's excited about it. I mean, there's just, what do? You know, and it's really, I don't know, you want to go back to the Green Bay Packers days.
Bears and Whiners. I'm going to go fraud TURDY to win that game. It's Chicago. They're terrible. They got destroyed by the Cardinals. Interim coach. I really can't see the Bears beating the 49ers. I really don't. Notice how the 49ers are 3-3 at home, like Camacho of the Bears. Let's see. They would fall to 5. They would fall. The 49ers would fall to 5-7, and they'll improve to 6-7 with the win over the. That's the script. San Francisco enters the LA Rams game at 6-7, so they have to lose tonight, and they'll beat the Bears next week. I think you're trash because Kyler Murray is a top 5 quarterback rating in one of the worst teams in the league entering the year. The Cardinals are the front runner to win the NFC West. This team's got an easy schedule. They've played every tough team today in the NFC except for the Eagles. They play Washington. They play the Bills in the AFC. They play the Lions. They play the Vikings. They play the Packers. Sea Chickens, they haven't played the Vikings and the Packers. This is the Cardinals division this year. Kyler Murray is the best quarterback in the NFC West. Give him George Kittle. Give him these guys that fraud TURDY has. This guy's a joke.
Let me just give you a little feel for what it's like to play in the snow. Here's rookie Evan Anderson up there. Watch this.
Yeah, they'll never win a Super Bowl with fraud TURDY.
And so that's what you're dealing with. And so
They need a new quarterback.
they're going to have more time to throw the ball down the
The
field.
49ers going to need a new quarterback. They should have drafted Patrick Mahomes. This team is fucked forever. They'll be regretting every minute passing on Patrick Mahomes. This team can't even stop a simple quarterback draw up the middle. He gets 7 yards for a first down right there. This team is cooked. The 49ers are in last place after this week. This team is cooked. I think the Rams are a better team. They have more younger players. The Rams are set up for future success better than San Francisco certainly is. but who's the quarterback of the Rams going to be? They can't build something for the future until they know who's going to be their new quarterback, because Matt Stafford's not going to play forever.
Deal with that. Times during the season, back under center, just gonna toss it here to Cook.
Wow, that was a big hit. Yeah, look at that.
Now it's Mustafa from the secondary, and the big hit on Cook, and Allen is still flexing that left hand, I should say.
Well, as big a hit as that was, there is no bigger story than Josh Allen and messing with that hand. Clearly, right off the bat, they wanted to go run play there to give him a minute. It's not his passing hand, obviously.
Pittsburgh's not going to lose 2 games against the Browns. The Steelers going to pick up another win. Steelers could potentially be chasing the Kansas City Chiefs if the Steelers beat the Browns and the Chiefs. Let's say they have 2 losses. Pittsburgh technically is still alive for home field, at least before the Baltimore game. These are my thoughts on the Steelers. Eagles are not losing against the Panthers, so I mean the Eagles have to keep up with Detroit. They have 2 losses. Detroit has 1 loss. Eagles are still pushing the Lions all the way to the very last week of the season. Bengals are done this year, mate. It's over. The team that can make something happen is going to be Miami. If Miami's going to keep the AFC interesting, I'm looking at the Dolphins start winning some games. Yeah! There we go. Bill's going to score a touchdown any second now. There we go. I cannot see the Rams beating Buffalo by any stretch of the imagination. The Bills are gonna improve the 5-2 away. Los Angeles Rams is Gamacha 52. Rams are gonna lose next week. So basically, Seattle and Arizona are 7-6, tied on top in the division. This is not a must-win for the Rams. They'll be okay because it's scripted. The Rams are going to be 6-7. The Rams will probably beat San Francisco. Rams will be a game out at first. Cardinals and Seahawks will be tied on top after next week.
It's so funny that we're seeing people, the hardest part of playing defense in this game is getting that first step going. When you get a back that's running to the edge and you got to try to get your running going in one direction, there's just slipping or falling everywhere.
Tyler Bass, good in these conditions. Makes the extra point. The Bills on the board.
Yeah, I think that's every game, I think.
We're back in 30. After this,
I believe.
AWS.
AWS knows NFL fans are obsessed with every single detail.
That covers just about every game. The Bucks are in first place, and the Falcons have already beaten the Bucks, so it doesn't matter. The Falcons still control their own destiny. The Falcons are going to beat the hapless Raiders and Giants in the following 2 weeks. The Commander game will be interesting. The Falcons close against the Panthers. If the Falcons won both games against the Bucks, so again, the Buccaneers the Falcons have a much easier schedule. So who do the Bucks play? Well, they'll probably lose against the Chargers, but they also play the Raiders. They play the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe Panthers play spoiler in one of these 2 games. Who knows if the Panthers continue to play and lose by 1 possession? Maybe Panthers play spoiler against Carolina. Who knows? Baker Mayfield hasn't lost yet against Carolina ever since the Panthers cut Baker Mayfield. The 49er season is over. We'll continue to break down the games, the scripting for the home field battles, for the division battles. The only thing that remains a mystery is what the NFL cares about as far as the wild card races goes. I think the Broncos are going to collapse. I think maybe they'll seem like they're collapsing just so Miami's has a chance. So I see Indianapolis is 6-7, but their quarterback is trash. So yeah, it's between the Broncos and the Colts and the Dolphins. Technically, okay, the Dolphins are 2 games back on the Broncos, but both the Broncos and the Dolphins have 4 losses against the AFC. So if the Dolphins have a better record in the conference, the Dolphins hold the tiebreaker over the Denver Broncos. So the Dolphins are capable of staying in the playoff hunt. I'm not saying the Packers beat the Lions by any stretch of the imagination. I think the Lions have to be hyped like there's no tomorrow. The Detroit Lions. You have to sell the Lions like there's no tomorrow, that the Lions are kings of the jungle. The Lions, the king of the jungle, but are they the grand chief of them all? Patrick Mahomes is. That's all I have to say. Falcons are 6-2 against the conference. Could the Falcons fall to 7th? Commanders have a tiebreaker over the Cardinals. Commanders are 5-3. The chicken team is 3-4 against the conference. I'm talking about Seattle. Yeah, I think Kyler Cole Murray's Comanche 76. Cardinals already locked the win next week. I told you they would lose this week. I told you they would lose. Oh, they're going to get in field goal range. You're going to win the game. Ha, yeah, right. 2 scripted interceptions in back-to-back weeks. Oh, you run a play action with a goal line package on 4th and 1. How does that result in an interception for 6? That was a rigged play. Kyler Cole Murray 76. Both teams are 7-6, witnessing Murray magic next week.
Yeah, already gaining 7 yards of carry so far. And at the beginning of that run, watch what he's doing. He's digging in like a bull. He's trying to find some grass down there that he can get a stance on. And so his first step is a positive one. And so we're about 10 after that.
All right, let's go, Bills defense. Let's go. Fraud TURDY's a joke. It's the end of their season. They can't throw. Their only hope is running the football. The 41ers know they cannot throw. How can the Bills defense handle this one-dimensional element of the 49er offense? Stack the box with 8 guys. Make this fraud beat you. He's not used to snow. He is from Arizona, remember. The Bills' defense is terrible against the run. That's not a championship defense. Worst defense gets the run. Pacheco's going to have a big game in the playoffs. Bills are cooked. He just purposely tried not to sack the fraud. Oh, he doesn't want to run and fall in snow. Oh, just take a 2-yard run and not fall down on the snow. You see, Fraud TURDY is scared of the snow. He doesn't want to continue the running play. He doesn't want to get tackled, pushed out of bounds, and fall down on the snow. Sports scared of the snow. Look at this.
his mobility is such a big part of his game. He really
Fraud TURDY. Fraud TURDY. The Bills are trash. You guys suck. Look at you, Buffalo. Look at you. Chiefs are better than you. Bills are not winning anything this year. What are the Lions going to do against you? They're going to punch you in the teeth. That's what the Lions are going to do to that team.
For these two teams just running up and down the field, and nobody's responding. They're staying in that two safety deep look. This is the Buffalo Bills. They will.
They're just like, well, we'll take the 3 points. We are going to continue to play deep. The field will get shorter, easier to defend. Now, that was what they needed to do. They needed to find a way to get in the backfield. That's one of the first times I've seen the Bills players get beyond that line of scrimmage into the San Francisco backfield. They tried a defensive back blitz right there. Now 2nd and 14. NFL is rigged. I know the last 2 Cardinal games are rigged. Next week will be rigged for Arizona. That's just how it is. Oh, intercepted. The fraud got intercepted. I told you he can't handle the snow. Hey, fuck you! How's that a foul? Illegal contact is bullshit. It's not like you're calling pass interference. Bullshit. You're just trying to keep them in the game. You don't want this to be a blowout. I see the agenda. They don't want this to be over after one half. They want this game to stay close. This was a makeup call right out of their rear ends. Clearly, they want this game to stay close. He'll throw one in the second half. He'll fumble. He'll throw a pick. A turnover is coming. Ow, McCaffrey's out. But they still have Trey Mason. He's a pretty good running back. His calf gave in on him.
We talked to him for a long time about how hard and how long.
They should have just shut him down for the season. Full start. Oh, delay of game. They can't even keep track of the clock. Never mind. Just as the referees are trying to keep the game close, very next play, McCaffrey gets hurt again. The fraud should have had the interception. He should have been picked off. The fraud TURDY is not a Pro Bowl talent. He's an ordinary average quarterback that can't win when great players get injured. He can't carry a team with a weak wide receiving supporting cast. He's just not that guy. He's only throwing the checkdowns. He's not throwing the wide receivers. Where's your big play ability like Joe Burrow, like Patrick Mahomes, like Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson, like Justin Herbert? You're not seeing this from fraud TURDY. A must-win game last week. Fraud TURDY didn't even bother to show up and play through injury. These guys play through very gruesome injuries, and fraud TURDY is just not capable of playing through pain. This is his problem. The field goals. You're not going to beat the Bills with field goals because your joke defense hasn't been stopping Buffalo all game long. Josh Allen beating Patrick Mahomes. He wins in the snow game. Lamar is out of the MVP conversation because he lost today against Jalen Hurts. So it's between Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen. It's going to Josh Allen. No good. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes scripted Super Bowl trip. You got that right. Absolutely. I agree.
Geico has faster claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
What win in Packers history achieved the first three-peat in the history of the National Football League? Ten, 19, 22, 26, that's 33, that's 40, 48, 55, 62, 68, 80. I wonder what 80 is. And now you have to understand is that the first repeat happened in 1931. Actually, that was it. It began in 29. It began in the 29 NFL season, and the Super Bowl was on 2-9. So that's the connection made with the first repeat beginning during the 1929 season. How many years after 1931? 93. Isn't that Saturn gematria or something like that? Is it Saturn, the keeper of time? And this three-peat would occur 93 years after the first ever three-peat in the 1931 season. Look at these Freemasons. The Packers' 13th season, 1 divided by 3 is 0.33. The Packers won the first ever three-peat. It was their 11th season in the NFL in 1931. Their three-peat in Super Bowl II was their 11th championship in team history. I think this is the 11th Super Bowl that's going to be held at New Orleans. That's really how I looked at 11. The 1931 NFL season was the 12th regular season in the NFL, and the next Super Bowl at Louisiana is occurring 12 years later after Super Bowl 47. McCaffrey's heading to the locker room. This season is over. The Ravens are just they're not that team this year. They keep on losing. They're gonna lose. It's gotta be Buffalo. Go! Go, go, go! Go! Go, go, go! The season is over! Ha ha! 41 season is over! Game is over! Bills win! They took away the interception against TURDY. The Bills overcame the referees. Wow, what a run that was. What a run.
Times that your safety simply has to make a play. Jair Brown is going to come right up here. He's going to have the one-on-one shot and really didn't even get a finger on him. The explosive speed of James.
Wow, what a run that was.
Balls flying one more time in Buffalo.
Longest play.
An interesting gematria reference. What is the chief accomplishment? Chief accomplishments, gematria of 182. 182 is gematria of Caesar's Superdome. The most grandest of a team accomplishments in football is winning not two consecutive championships, but three consecutive championships. The chief accomplishment, and it's no pun intended, it is just as it is intended to be.
Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi.
I know.
Do you think I wouldn't see it? Go in the house and take it out. Give me a dispatch note.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you buy with us.
No catch-ups.
The Chiefs list of seasons.
We follow pizza drivers. Make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
It's great.
I think the Chiefs are greater than the Patriots.
To enhance your pizza's flavor.
Play for playoff wins.
Probably stupid marketing stunt.
The Chiefs are winning.
Dawn Power Wash flies to 99% of
It would be their 48th playoff game ever in team history. Back to back to back. And February the 9th is the 40th day.
One more day, John.
Chiefs Dynasty is gematria 59.
And greatness. Greatness? It's like
Three Peats 44. The Three Peats gematria 59. They won the Super Bowl at Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens is gematria 59. The Superdome is gematria 59. Some of these Super Bowl sites are gematria of Chiefs Dynasty. The Superdome is gematria 59.
When it snowed, playing on the PA, and the Bills fans enjoying all the work they did to dig out of their driveways if they live in the South Towns of Buffalo to get here. And Braves of Cole, their team of 14 Braves, scoring on back-to-back snaps. Pass with the kick. The return from Debo Samuel. Stop the clock. That's not happening tonight. They'll start around the 22-yard line. This look at the Bills at home is brought to you by Bud Light.
NFL three-peat in reverse is gematria 59. So a three-peat, what kind of three-peat? NFL three-peat. It's not just a three-peat, but a specific three-peat, an NFL three-peat. You get 59 in reverse. NFL three-peat. Well, three-peats have occurred intersecting with the Super Bowl era. So Super Bowl I and Super Bowl II in the prior NFL championship game. I don't know how the 49ers run the ball like this. I don't. Super Bowl three-peat in reverse is the gematria of 61, which of course Louisiana is gematria of 61. Instead of typing out three-peat, how about three-peat? Super Bowl three-peat in abbreviations is gematria of the Caesars Superdome. Caesars does equal 66 and 21. I think Kansas City beats Baltimore in the divisional round of the playoffs. Who do the Steelers factor in Will the Steelers play in the divisional round or something? I don't know. Buffalo against Pittsburgh or something again. I don't know. Ideas. There's no Burrow. The Texans are weaker. So who does Russell Wilson go up against? Number 2, Pittsburgh Steelers and Russell Wilson against the Denver Broncos. Now that is a dope matchup. Wilson came over from the Broncos. So if the Broncos are number 7 and the Steelers are number 2, that'd be a dope ass matchup. I'm not gonna lie about that. I just wonder what his playoff record is.
Yeah, they're starting to creep down a little bit now. Even the Buffalo Bills that typically are so happy to play back, but now this game, everybody knows the strategy at this point. Right? We're just running up and down.
Russell Wilson's 2-4 in the divisional round. Steelers probably lose in the divisional round if I want to say. And when you watch this game, the 41ers do not have any passing game whatsoever. They don't even have a passing game to George Kittle. This team cannot throw the ball. At some point, you have to both run and throw the ball because you have to score touchdowns against a team like Buffalo. You can't just think you can run your way to the end zone against Buffalo, despite the fact that they have the worst rushing defense in the NFL, or 31 or 32. Chiefs are beating the Steelers on Christmas. The Steelers are not going to face off against Kansas City. A fun TURDY gets set. Some point you have to throw the ball, and Bills are ready.
Well, that guy's been one of the great ones to ever do it on this team. Gregory Rousseau has probably been the best of what they have right now. But you can see if Purdy can be patient in there, it's going to be very difficult to rush the pass. It really is. Get a good deep drop and then step up a little bit because nobody can change direction.
If it's not the Bengals next year, Von Miller winning another Super Bowl at Santa Clara would be interesting because he did win over there as a member of the Broncos. So yeah, my top 2 teams to win next year is Bills at number 2 and Bengals at number 1. But Von Miller winning another Super Bowl at Santa Clara is a pretty interesting thing to just think about. Does he return to Santa Clara, not with the Broncos, but as a member of the Bills? Oh, Bengals going to win that one because you still have the best quarterback in the league and you still have Jamar Chase. How close was the game in the fourth quarter today against the Steelers and the Bills? It was 44-38, but I mean, was it a close game with under 5 minutes left? Okay, the Bengals did somewhat make it close, but the timeout game and Pittsburgh got a first down. So yeah, this Bongo defense is terrible. I just think that it has to be Joe Burrow that will end the Chiefs' dominance of consecutive AFC titles. This guy, he's special. Joe Burrow's your classic gunslinger during the gunslinger era. This guy is he's Ben Roethlisberger, he's Kurt Warner, he's Brett Favre without the interceptions, he's Drew Brees. Basically, uh, Joe Burrow is keeping the gunslingers alive. He's not going to scramble around like Josh Allen. He started out as the white Michael Vick, Josh Allen, but then he gradually improved his passing. But he did start out as the white Michael Vick because he was just raw. He was just running, running, running. But Josh Allen found the right balance between scrambling and staying inside the pocket, looking to make a play downfield and keep your eyes looking through all the options of wide receivers in the play design.
Last week, Jimmy celebrated Thanksgiving in style. This week, there's Amy Adams, iced tea, Isabella Rossellini, Sebastian.
This is a terrible game. It's going to end very quickly. Chiefs 3-peat. Lions win the NFC. I told you the Lions are the top bet to win the NFC. Top futures bet of the year was for the Lions to just play in the Super Bowl. Doesn't mean they have to win it. They just have to play in the Super Bowl so that they win the NFC. It's obvious it's scripted for the Chiefs to 3-peat. He's 3 Super Bowls away from Tom Brady after winning a 3-peat. It's just he can't make this stuff up. I'd run an option with Josh Allen and Jared Cook, the running back. Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, Josh Allen, read option play right here. Bills keep the ball the rest of the second half. Read option is my play call. I still want to give the Niners the ball back. I want to just get a first down and just keep my defense off the field, ready to go for the third quarter. Yeah! Oh, you can't bring him down. You can't bring him down. Never mind. Bills are going for the home run ball right there. No biscuit, no biscuit. Sling that baby in the snow, deep in your side of the field. He was wide open. The 41ers cannot handle the cold. They lose sight of their assignment, and number 88 was wide open down the seam, the middle of the field.
But once again, we've got Josh Allen just getting it done and not doing anything more than what he has to do. That has been his MO this entire season.
Josh Allen played at Wyoming. Let's not forget that he knows a thing or two about cold weather, even though he's from Fireball, California. He played at the University of Wyoming, so he can handle the elements. I know it's cold at Iowa State, but Fraud Turdy, the boy, is from Arizona. He can't handle this.
Hurry in now for an additional $500 bonus cash at the Jeep Black Friday sales event. Now during the Jeep Black Friday sales event, get $6,500 total bonus cash allowance on Jeep Dirt. Jeep brand dealer today.
Fraud Turdy. They can't score the touchdown. They have to kick the field goal. They have to kick the field goal in overtime in the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs win with 25 points. Fraud Turdy. Fraud Turdy. You'll never see it back to the Super Bowl ever again. Don't you dare not say this guy's the next Joe Montana. How dare you not say he's next Joe Montana? People are crazy. We talk about revolutionary. It's about Joe Burrow. It's about Patrick Mahomes. Anyone can be Jalen Hurts. Anyone can be Jared Goff. When I speak about revolution, I'm thinking about Joe Burrow. I'm thinking about Patrick Mahomes. These are the guys. But yeah, this game is over. I think Josh Allen's number 17, and the Bills could hypothetically just kick a field goal and be up 17-3 at the half. And that's your ball game. The 49ers are just demoralized with the injuries. The players, the fans are always blaming injuries because they're bandwagoners. They're just not playing good football right now. They're not stopping teams on third down. The defense is not the same. That's the problem. But they're acting like it's all easy to make it to the NFC Championship. This is how you know you came out of the closet in 2019. They came out of the closet in 2011. They stayed in the closet for 4 years. Once Jim Harbaugh left, now the bandwagon's gonna start to empty. I would call them fair weather. If not bandwagon, definitely fair weather. Jared Cook again, man. That kind of looked like his touchdown run, just the way I began.
So this is ordinarily a great strategy. Let's get everybody down around the line of scrimmage. The problem with this strategy is if you break that line of scrimmage, which they're doing every single play right now, the odds of James Cook going about 60 yards on you are pretty high. So which way would you rather try to defend this thing, right? Joe Brady is just picking them apart no matter what they're doing, and they're just doing it with these. This team really has the ability to win so many different ways.
Great connection with Brady in this offense.
These guys just can't tackle in the elements.
28-yard line right at that marker. Chris, what is it about the connection with Brady and this offense?
It's the way they operate because
Look at this clown fan base. Oh, we're going to win the division. Oh, Cardinals are not winning the division. The Rams are not winning the division. The Seahawks are not winning the division. Season straight from hell after it became evident that they made the biggest mistake of the century, passing on Patrick Mahomes in the draft. These are things that you cannot repeat. Is the new stadium going to have an open roof or retractable roof? They need the open roof. New Highmark Stadium is a 62,000 seat stadium. The Bills are your scripted winner of Super Bowl 62. There is, again, the Bills' new stadium can seat 62,000 people. The stadium is estimated to cost $1.7 billion. Josh Allen's number 17. The state of New York pays for all maintenance and repair costs. It is the largest taxpayer contribution ever for an NFL facility. Taxpayers are paying $850 million of the construction cost. $600 from New York State, $250 million coming from Erie County. This is some hardcore corrupt Republican owner on the Buffalo Bills. Republicans all scream about the welfare. They're abusing the system. They don't want to work. But then you have right-wing Republican billionaire owners like Pegula that says, I don't need to pay for my stadium. I want the taxpayers to pay for my stadium, but I'm raking in all of the revenue and the profit from the new stadium.
I knew it. I knew it. I've been playing today if you're thinking about it. Game Day Deals, only on Uber Eats. Peacock's new thriller follows an elusive
So I think that'll be the 2027 season that sees the Bills win their first ever Super Bowl championship. But it opens in time for the 2026 season. That if they don't win in the inaugural season of the stadium, they win in the following year of the stadium. Josh Allen was the draft pick was originally held by the Bucks. They had the 7th pick, but then they sent it to Buffalo. So Josh Allen was the 7th pick, but the Buccaneers originally held the pick. I think it could be right that the Buccaneers could make it back to the Super Bowl 7 years later, 6 years in between, and Baker Mayfield's number 6 in that 6 straight seasons without a Super Bowl appearance, and Baker Mayfield can appear in the Super Bowl. I actually like that. The Bills, their most heartbreaking loss came at Tampa in Super Bowl 19, the wide right kick by Scott Norwood. 41 play just shoves the Bills offensive lineman back like he's so frustrated.
I mentioned he's pretty great up in Buffalo, taking him to Canada. We were staying in downtown Buffalo. Haven't seen a snowflake. It's the amazing phenomenon with lake effect. No, 2 feet here, about 12 miles south of the city, in the city, and not a flake. But I love watching the weather. I was watching that the whole time. I wanted to see a snow game, right? So the guy would throw and they would take the county. Everything's a county. This county, that county. It's only this quarter, that county, and this one down here. But they wouldn't be adjacent to each other. They'd be like, all over the place. And then which lake it came from? Was it like we had a different lake for this stuff, right? And the Lake Erie was the 2 feet, and the lake effect from Lake Ontario.
The San Francisco season is over. The Lions are going to win the NFC. The Lions are. This is clearly their year to win the conference.
I tell you, Fred Warner just saved the day on that one. And he still had the tippy toe a little bit here. Kind of coming down here to pick him a little bit. He's got to cover the tight end going across his face. And what he did was he just planted himself between Josh Allen and I think that was Davidson out there on the outside. And just made him throw it up over the top and up to stop it.
Number 17 points in the first half. Wow, this guy sucks. How did he not get a hand on that ball? Number 7 on San Francisco. I don't know who, what his name is, but how do you not get a hand on that ball? Super Bowl's 41. There are 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Wow, this team's a joke. An hour and 4 minutes, and the 41ers didn't even put up a fight. Fraud TURDY is a joke. Bills are up by 18 points. The 41ers are finished. They will never make it back to the Super Bowl with Fraud TURDY. The players are getting older. They are going to be more susceptible to injuries. Oh, that's great. I knew the Cavs would win today. How close was the game? Oh, it was close. Oh, they were down. Celtics were up by 10 plus or something. Cavs won by 4, but they outscored them by 16 points in the fourth quarter. But yeah, they came back. Yep.
There's no one way to coach the game. There's conventional and there's unpredictable. There's being seen and then there's being heard. And for some, there's a bit of both. Everyone sees the game a bit different, but in this area, there's room for all of it. Oakley is empowering current superstars, future game changers, and cultural trailblazers to elevate their game and move the game forward.
Man, San Francisco is awful. Well, these guys are cooked. It's going to be an interesting race between the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the Rams. The Cardinals are going to beat the Seahawks. The Rams are not out of it, even if they lose, because the Rams are still a game outside the division, and the Rams get to play the Cardinals again, and the Rams get to play the Seahawks again. So, like I told you last week, this is the most interesting division in the NFL because you don't know which team's going to win it. You kind of already know that the Lions are going to win the division. Let's be honest. This division is a little different. Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Rams. This is the most interesting divisional battle because there's that third team in there. You don't get that in the NFC North or the NFC South, I should say. So, like I told you, the Seahawks are going to win. They did win. The Cardinals lost. They didn't lose. So now, Cardinals in a must-win beat Seattle. In the Rams, even if they lose, they're still within a game of the division. I think the Rams are going to win in their next 2 games after they lose against Buffalo. So basically, the Rams are going to end the 49ers season. The 49ers are losing against the Rams. They should be able to beat the Jets. So they're beating San Francisco. They're beating the Jets even if they lose against Buffalo. This would mean that the game between the Cardinals and the Rams is going to be could potentially for the division, maybe for the division, maybe not. But we could be dealt with the situation where the Arizona Cardinals, you win the division if you beat the 49ers in week 18, but then dealt with the situation that if you don't beat the 49ers in week 18, then the winner of the Rams Seahawks game wins the division. You kind of already know that is what keeps things interesting. Is they need the 49ers to give them a chance to win the division, but Kyler Murray is here to deny all that in week 18 when the Cardinals win the division by beating the 49ers. And it doesn't matter who wins between the Rams and the Seahawks. Could these teams be a wild card team potentially? Maybe, maybe not. I think there's only going to be one NFC West team in the playoffs. It's going to be the Cardinals.